So I keep vacillating back and forth on the 1702 ROM board I want to build for my Altair, I keep saying it wrong, 8080 system. I've got a number of S100 prototype cards here, some of which could be a candidate. So I've got a nice simple board here that's just got gold edge connectors and the pins, and just everything else is blank. And this would take this could be used. I don't like the fact that there's no copper anywhere necessarily to solder things to. I've got another card here. I don't know who manufactured this card. Vector. It's a Vector board. You know, it's untinned copper. It's kind of weird the way it's laid out. It's not completely intuitive to me how that card's really meant to be used. Looking at the IC pins coming through, and again, there's no real provision on it for voltage regulators. I've got several actually of these. I don't know who manufactured this card. These are all really the same, with the same two holes in them here, which is interesting. I have no idea where I got these. It's really the same card as this. There's a number of these, as you can see. There's just another big blank card here that somebody built something on it. So it's got a 7812, and then it's got two 12-volt voltage regulators on it, which is interesting. Not really sure what that was meant to be. We've got a prototyping card from S100computers.com that I did some other stuff on that could be cleaned up and used. It's got, you know, +5, ±12 volt regulators on it. But it's a lot newer design, and I'd really like to have something a little more period appropriate. We've got this guy here covered in wrap sockets. That again could potentially be made to work. These sockets are actually loose. I think most of them were soldered on, but maybe not. Again, I just haven't done a socket reclaim from this. I have no idea what the card was meant to be. This card's got this significant bow to it, and it's really grubby on this side. It's really been kind of used and abused. I kind of, looking at all these, come back to this card. It's got wrap posts here to pick up all the signals from the S100 bus. A few of these just need to be straightened out. They're nicely numbered, which would make wrapping on this really easy. At least I think they're nicely numbered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it must be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Because the sorry, I'm caught up in straightening pins. It's got some pins that have been chopped off. It's got spots for 3 voltage regulators, though. And actually I can make that work as well. Begs a couple of questions for me. Sorry for having my head in shot there. Takes 24 pin sockets just fine. Or 600 mil sockets. The question to me kind of becomes 300 mil sockets. Let's grab one and kind of see what it looks on here like. must go like so. And again, that's not bad. So I guess part of the question becomes, can I clean this up? Perhaps get it into a usable state. Pins being bent up a bit aren't necessarily a problem. I'd really like to clean a lot of the solder off. It's got little bits of wire left on it from who knows what. Let's see if we can clean this board up a bit. Ceramic to tip up out of there or not. And those cards definitely from back in the era, which will be nice for what I want to do. Boy, that's really grubby looking. Like plate through's completely missing there. It requires some point-to-point wiring to deal with the voltage regulators, just because those trace or the plate throughs are long gone. I can see that I've plugged up the tip here a little bit and picked up a pad. Let's see if I can either dig that out of there. Yeah, that's pretty plugged up. Copper's lifted. It's actually been cut, it looks like, at one time. Got a bit of component lead hanging out there. So it would obviously require, except for the voltage regulators, some point-to-point wiring. Which in itself is no big deal. Another component lead. Pull loose. Oh, somebody actually drilled a separate set of holes along there. That's interesting. Not again that I really care. Question becomes, can I get this pin header off of here? Loose, if at all, are those. Okay, where's the pair of pliers I was just looking at? Literally just looking at. So I desoldered some of these along here. Wow, that's really not come loose. Along there. Let me get the plastic here at all to kind of wedge up off. Exactly what I was hoping for. Plugged. Oh yeah, very much so. Oh geez, I didn't realize I had that much solder in the chamber. Yeah, it's plugged the full length, it looks like. Getting all kinds of nasty out of there. Well, pushed the tool too hard and made a mess. And that is just a mess. But we can clean it up. Didn't realize I had done that much work since the last time I cleaned the tool. So another ceramic filter. Actually, I want to put the filter in the other way. I want to suck all those little bits of whatever's on there into the vacuum pump. Still nice and warm. Let it heat back up for a second. And we'll come back and continue on what we were trying to do here. Trying to decide if this is going to be a good card for this. We're sucking the pins up into the tool. solid. Let's see if we can clean up along here a little bit better. It's actually cleaning up reasonably well. See if there's any chance of getting these caps to pop out. Lots of splitting them in half. See if we can clean that up a little bit better. Certainly not perfect, and it sounds like I've got something jammed up in the tool again. Which I most certainly do. Yeah, just burnt myself. So, it's not horrible. Well, that little burn really hurts. Well, such is life. Burns happen. Especially when you're not paying attention and being stupid. So that's a lot cleaner than it was. There's definitely some issues. The voltage regulators would need to be done with point-to-point wiring, which is fine. I think I can make that work. Got some foil that's lifted that we're just going to cut off and finish peeling up. We've definitely got +8 distributed up around here. We've got, I don't know that I can get that cleaned out. Got the plus and minus 16 that are brought out to their own individual pads, which is nice. There, that cleaned that out. So I've got a good place to get at the plus and minus 16. A few spots for caps. Looks to me like the +5 regulator would be up here. There's the +8 comes up to there. It's too bad the plate throughs are shot, but I can make that work. 7805 would live up here. Still a good ground that's very solid there. Got more floating copper here. Trim it off. There's buses brought in to configure positive or negative regulators there. That's nice. I don't know what was originally on this. This card came to me, I believe, in the shape you saw it here. Somebody had previously stripped it, and it was rough. Because these are kind of unique and hard to find. Vintage, especially when eBay prices have just gone insane on this kind of stuff. That's got hanging copper that needs to be trimmed off. It doesn't cause a short someplace. Oh. Another plugged up hole. curious about what this might look like. 5, 6, there should be 2 more. 24 pin sockets over here, and they're here. Probably lay this out something like this. And that would be my 8 1702s to get me the is it 2K of RAM? Of course, I could do a single 2716, but I really like the idea of using 1702s. You know, really old school EPROMs in these. I just think it would just be a really cool build. I got plenty of room here for the decoding logic. And for the logic to add the delay that we'll need, because I think these are going to be a little slow, but that's fine. It'll only, you know, add weights when you're accessing ROM, and you really don't access ROM all that much unless you're in the monitor or during the initial boot. I do think that'll make a much more historically accurate build. Some 1702s sitting in sockets here. I think that one's flipped around backwards. There will be a couple of voltage regulators sitting over here. -9, the +5, and really some TTL logic, like I said, for bank decoding, and to add a weight state or 2. But really, that's not bad. Where did that come from? Got gold fingers on it. It's definitely recoverable. It's looking a lot nicer, I think, than having with the solid state music card. Look at the previous video, kind of the weird scatter of the ROMs around the board. This will make wiring these, because most of the pins are bust, as a bus really pretty easy. I don't know, I think I've convinced myself this is the way to move forward. I've got, like I said, plenty of room for 300 mil stuff down here for decoding. So really, I guess let's get a schematic together that I think will work and wire wrap this thing. Let's see where we get. So I'll wrap this up here. Looking to get another card I may build out, and we'll talk soon.